Alright guys, one of the benefits of having your own homestead with a few acres or 20 acres or whatever it may be is, well, here in East Texas anyways, right now in May is blackberries. And my wife and I and her cousin right now are picking blackberries. And I got purple fingers to prove it. But anyways, and while we were picking blackberries, I found here a wild persimmons tree. Now I'm very familiar with the persimmons tree because on the other side of my property over here, I have a big one growing. And last year I put out for the first time these most delicious persimmons that I've ever tasted in my life. They're small, but their sweetness and just deliciousness makes up for their size. Okay, these are the type you just rinse and then you pop them in your mouth and take all the pulp and whatever off the seeds, and you're left with like 4 or 5 seeds. But they're super delicious. Now this one somehow got brought over here probably by some animal, maybe a couple years ago, and I found it here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to dig this out and we're going to plant it in my orchard. So we're just going to dig around it and try and take as much of the root as we can. I don't want to disturb it, because if you just start disturbing the roots too much, it will die. Looks like I hit a root there. Alright, looks like I pulled it out. Perfect. You can see I got the whole root ball right there. Now it looks like, you can see here, it was a tree at one point, then it got cut off somehow, and then it resprouted again. And but that's good enough. I mean, it's got a good trunk on it, and it's resprouting. It means it's got a pretty good root system on it already, and we're gonna see how it grows. Alright guys, so I'm digging out a hole here. This is my orchard that we started a couple years ago. Kind of let it go. I've had other things I've been doing. But nonetheless, it's our orchard. And I got a few trees here, some plums, more regular persimmons trees, plums, peaches, pears. I'll show you some right now. This is my pear tree. Got a few pears growing here. There's a couple here and there. There's some more here. Another one over here. I need to prune this thing, trim it up a little bit. But I think I'll worry about that when the tree goes dormant this winter. And this here is our little peach tree. You see all the wonderful little peaches on here. And yet the tree is still young. The branches are weak. I'm tempted to take all these off, and that way it'll give the peach tree more strength to grow bigger. But I really hate pulling these off. I think I'll let it go this year. Maybe next year, as soon as it starts budding and little flowers, I'll pick those off and give the tree a little more energy, a little strength to grow. But I didn't do it this year, and I don't want to waste the fruit. If I can get a few out of here I can enjoy, I'm going to enjoy them. Okay, this is my regular persimmons tree. You can see right here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, right there. These are going to be persimmons. Now these are the regular size ones you see in the store all the time. These are Fuyu persimmon. Alright guys, so what I have here is I got some composted horse manure and some mushroom compost I had left over from my garden, and I got plenty of that. I threw in a couple handfuls of cottonseed meal. It's good for nitrogen. I also threw in here some kelp, sea kelp in here, just like a little handful. I have here some, this is phosphorus, I think. Let me check. Yeah, rock phosphorus. This is organic rock phosphorus. Now this isn't rocket science. I'm just going to put like a handful or two in here of all that I mentioned. This is azomite. Okay, azomite. Lots of minerals. I'm going to throw that in there too. And this here is calcium or lime. This is granular limestone, calcium. Okay. Again, I'm just going to throw a couple of handfuls in there of all that I mentioned. And what I'm going to do with this mixture here is I'm going to mix it in with the soil that I pulled out of the hole that I just dug for the tree, and amend the soil that's already here in the ground, because I have clay here in this ground. So that'll give the tree at least a few years of good nutrition to boost it to grow. All right, I threw about two handfuls of everything that I mentioned onto the horse manure and mushroom compost. Now we'll just mix it up a little bit. And then we're going to get this mixture and mix it in, or amend it to the original soil that I have on my property, which again, as I mentioned, was clay, and not the best to grow trees. Put some more. You know what, I'm just going to put this whole thing in there. I think it'll be good. Oops. All right, I'm going to start throwing it back in the hole. All right, now we got to open it up a little bit to fit the tree in there. Now, looks like the tree is getting a little shocked because where I got the tree from was shaded. Now here we're in direct sunlight. And I hope I didn't shock it. But what's going to happen now, if it lives, is once the root system starts getting into this stuff that I amended, he'll start pulling in that nutrient and give it, boost it a little bit. Let me get some of these weeds out of here. Alright guys, we better water this thing. Looks like it's kind of wilting. Where I got it from, it was shaded. And out here we're in full sun. It's about 90 degrees right now. So we're going to give it some water. Hopefully it'll pick back up. I hope I didn't cut any of the major roots that this thing was putting out. I didn't notice. But I may put something here to shield it from the sun a little bit until it picks up again. But it looks like it's wilting. We will see. If not, then I'll have to put, I have some seedlings growing of the same tree, well, the same type of tree. They're wild persimmons. And I got 3 of them growing from seed out of 20 that I planted. So I guess I'm fortunate to get those 3. And I'm going to plant those in here also. If this one doesn't make it, then I'm just going to put one of those seedlings in here. They're about 3 or 4 inches tall right now. They took over almost 2 months to sprout. Amazing. Alright guys, so that's about it. Like I said, those are the benefits of living out in the country. You can find all types of trees growing depending on what part of the United States you're in. Here we're blessed with blackberries, lots of blackberries right now. We collected, my friend Eric from Country Living Experience channel, I'll put a link to that in my description below. He was over here with his little girl, and we picked, I think it was 8 pounds of blackberries in like an hour and a half. And then the very following day, my wife and I, in 2 hours, picked, I think it was 11 pounds. So we got tons, and that was just one part of our property here. So this stuff is growing everywhere. It's a very invasive plant, but boy, the rewards are great. And like I said, on your property, you can find all types of trees. I have a big persimmon tree, a wild persimmon tree. They're kind of small of fruit, but they are super sweet. And I got a few more growing out of the ground. The only thing about these wild persimmons is the roots bring up new shoots or new plants. And those are very difficult to get, because if you start digging that out and you cut it from the main root, the plant will die. I already tried it a few times. I hope I didn't do it to this one, but when I was digging, I felt something hard and I went through it. I didn't see any other persimmon trees around there. Maybe there was, but their roots go far and long. So hopefully I didn't cut the main root to this, and maybe that's why it's dying. But like I said, I got 3 from seeds I grew, and they're about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches tall right now. And if this dies, then I'm going to put the seedlings here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.